What's going on, everybody? This is Reaper and I am back with another video. Alright, well, I know I've been rather silent recently, but I assure you I have been incredibly busy grinding this game. And the fact that I have all three factions maxed out, the fact that I have most of all my weapons maxed out except for the last three pistols on Arrow's class, I gotta admit, and I did that all within 7 days of gameplay. 7 days of gameplay is what this game is worth. And for all those casuals that are playing this game that do not know how to actually communicate or do not know actually how to do the objective, get off this game. Because this game is for the hardcore and for the actual arena shooter pros of the 2000s that love competition. If you do not like competition and you're just looking for a casual enjoyment, get off the game. Because I swear to God that playing with teammates that absolutely cannot do the objective, cannot get kills, is so freaking annoying. Now, what do I think this game requires? Now, I personally like the BR. The BR is a nice change of pace for those who rather play Warzone or rather play Apex or rather play Fortnite or PUBG. I get that. But the thing is that this Battle Royale mode that they introduced with the 4 different maps on each different section of the game, timer, is actually rather cool. And the fact that you can resurrect your teammates by staying alive is even better. It makes the game more interesting. It makes the game longer. It makes the game more survival instinct based. Now, the thing that I am actually waiting for is waiting for the next section of progression, because my progression is maxed. So because my progression is maxed and I am working on the 500 Avenger Medal achievement that is only 0.02% done, I want that achievement so freaking bad that I will play this game for the rest of the year until I get that achievement, because I want that achievement in my locker. But I gotta admit that whether they're gonna get rid of factions or not, I don't really think that really matters, as long as you replace the factions with a progression system that works. If everything can be used on one single class, that will be absolutely amazing. But I want better progression. I want newer factions. I want newer ways to grind. I want more things to grind for this game that I am being given right now to do, because in the time that I'm giving the time to grind the stuff of the challenges of the daily and the weekly, I do that in less than an hour of gameplay, people. So when I can do that in less than an hour, that is not very challenging. And I require from the devs of this game, which is 1047, to give us a better grinding system. Because I almost guarantee you that if everybody maxes out like I have, everybody will eventually drop off this game because there's nothing left to work for. And I gotta admit, that rather sucks, because I maxed out all 3 factions in the beta. I was maxed out in the beta, so when the game launched, I was already maxed and I could not level up no more. So that is rather depressing. And I gotta admit that, just grinding for gun levels is okay, but I'd rather be grinding for a higher level. I'd be a higher ranked of some kind. That would be rather useful and enjoyable. But I got to admit that this game is fun as hell, and I have never played an arena shooter like this in my lifetime. Not even Halo, not even Portal, not even Call of Duty, not even Battlefront. None of those games match this game. This game is so fast, so reactive. It takes a while to get used to the grind, but once you get used to it, you are rather good at it. And all you got to remember is always make sure you're using the best weapon loadout possible. Make sure you're basically, covering the objective. Make sure you're covering the actual win for the team. Because I guarantee you in the future, there will be challenges where you do have to win a lot of games. Because I think they're trying to test out the community right now to see where everybody is balanced at. But once they figure that out, they're going to give people a lot to work for. And I got to admit that this game is one of my favorite games of this year. That does not include a story game, and that is only multiplayer. So, and this game is free on all platforms. So, have at it, people, because this game takes a lot to actually get good at, but it will actually reward you, and you will feel rewarded, because this game is a dopamine grind like no other. And I got to admit that most of the people that play Call of Duty and play Halo still are just casuals, and they are not very good at what they do. But I got to admit that I am actually getting better and better as I keep playing and as I keep maxing out factions. And I will actually best this game. This game is the best thing to happen to the community in a while, and I got to admit that it is rather enjoyable. And the fact that I'm already maxed just means that I knew what I was doing right in the beta, so it doesn't really have any learning curve whatsoever. But overall, I got to admit, Splitgate 2 is bomb. I love it, and God bless arena shooters. God bless arena shooters. This is Reaper, and I'll catch you guys later.